The release of the latest entry in the cyberpunk RPG series Deus Ex Mankind Divided is quickly approaching, and in this video we will be taking a look at 10 things that you should know about the latest from Square Enix and Eidos Montreal. Number 10. Players can now deal with bosses by using stealth, conversations, or just combat. So Deus Ex has always been a game about giving the players choice, and that's what you're gonna get in the boss fights in the game. They're leaving it up to the player to decide how you want to handle the different boss fights, and this will allow for the game to have a lot of replayability. If you want to go back, fight a boss a different way, you can do that. Number 9 shouldn't come as a shock to most people, but the game is locked to 30 frames per second on the consoles, and obviously on PC, depending on what kind of hardware you have, you can get much more than 30 frames per second. So 30 FPS on consoles definitely isn't too bad as long as it's locked to 30 frames per second. Hopefully in Deus Ex Mankind Divided running on the consoles where it dips below 30 FPS and goes to like 20 frames per second, hopefully the game can stay at a consistent 30 FPS. That's what we'd like to see. Number 8, players can now customize the sights and ammo types for their weapon. This is very similar to the Crysis games, and it gives you more customizability options as far as your weapons go. The customizability in Deus Ex Human Revolutions was pretty bare bones as far as the weapons go, so it's nice to see that they are adding some more options for the weapons in the game. Number 7, Deus Ex Mankind Divided takes place 2 years after Deus Ex Human Revolution, but it still takes place before the original Deus Ex game. So playing the original Deus Ex titles won't be necessary, but you'll definitely want to play Deus Ex Human Revolution as Mankind Divided is a very story-driven game. I'm sure Mankind Divided will have some sort of recap, but it's better to know your lore, know who Adam Jensen is, know what he came from, play through Human Revolution, make all the choices yourself, and you'll have a better understanding of the story in Mankind Divided. That's always the case with any RPG like this. You always want to play the past iterations so you can get the most out of future games. You always want to play past games so you can get the most out of the current games. Number 6, Deus Ex Mankind Divided is going to have new locations such as Dubai and Prague. Those two regions are the ones announced right now. Hopefully they'll add more, but it's nice to see that Mankind Divided will give you extra areas to explore, as this game is supposed to be far bigger than Human Revolution. Number 5, you can now hack objects remotely compared to Human Revolution's direct hacking. So in Human Revolution, you had to be in contact with something to do the hacking. In Mankind Divided, you will have the option to sometimes remotely hack instead of direct hacking. Number 4, the PC port is being handled by the same guys who did Human Revolution's PC port, Nixxes Software. Nixxes Software did a fairly good job with Human Revolution's port. There were a few things wrong at launch. The game wasn't running the best on Nvidia video cards. Hopefully with Mankind Divided on launch, the PC port is perfect, ready to go, and running great on all hardware. And it should be noted that Nixxes Software did quickly fix Human Revolution's port on Nvidia video cards. Number 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided will use DirectX 12 and AMD TressFX 3.0 on PC. Yes, Deus Ex Mankind Divided will be one of the first DirectX 12 titles on PC, which requires you to have Windows 10. The game will also be using AMD's TressFX 3.0 feature, which will add more visual fidelity to the game. Obviously, to use AMD TressFX 3.0, you have to have an AMD GPU, and like I said, with DirectX 12, you have to be on Windows 10. It is nice to see that Deus Ex Mankind Divided will be using the latest in technology to offer its visuals. Number 2, Adam Jensen no longer works for Seraph Industries, now he works for Task Force 29. Due to the hostility towards augmentations, Jensen's old employer, Seraph Industries, goes out of business. Because of the public's hostility towards augmentations, Jensen's old employer, Seraph Industries, goes out of business. Because of this, Jensen looks elsewhere to work and eventually joins Task Force 29, which focuses on dealing with augmented terrorists. Jensen joins Task Force 29 and hope that they can help him find the Illuminati. Number 1, Deus Ex Mankind Divided had a pre-order program called Augment Your Preorder that was cancelled. Augment Your Preorder was a way for Square Enix to incentivize people in pre-ordering this game. There was a tiered system up to 5 tiers, the first tier including some DLC, the second tier including a digital art book and a digital OST sampler, the third tier was an extra in-game mission, the fourth tier was a digital comic book and a digital novella, and the fifth tier was actually an early release for the game. The Augment Your Pre-Order program got so much backlash that Square Enix eventually listened and decided to cancel the program. The game will be releasing on its scheduled release date of February 23rd, and the Augment Your Pre-Order program is no more. That is our countdown of 10 things you need to know about Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Let us know in the comment section down below. Are you excited for this game? Did you enjoy Human Revolution? Is this gonna be your first time with a Deus Ex game? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and also comment your requests for future videos, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.